You want to know something about the 4 seconds that change everything? You do not see them coming. Not because you are careless, not because you are naive, not because you did something wrong or went somewhere you should not have gone. You are 2 blocks from your hotel on a Tuesday night in one of the most famous cities in the world, and you have been here 3 days, and tonight was a good night. Great pasta, a walk along the High Line, the city doing the thing it does at night when the lights multiply in every puddle and window, and you think, I understand why people never leave this place. Your earphones are in. Your phone is in your right hand. You are reading a text from your friend asking how New York is, and you are typing back, honestly incredible, you need to come here. You never send that text because in the space of 4 seconds, 4 seconds that your brain will replay in slow motion for the next several hours and occasionally for years after, a hand appears from behind you, grabs your phone, and a person you have not yet seen is running fast, already half a block away before your hand has registered that it is empty. You stand on the sidewalk of West 44th Street at 10:17 p.m. on a Tuesday in New York City, and you have just been robbed. Your first thought is not fear. It is not anger. It is not any of the emotions that seem like they should come first. Your first thought is, that just happened. Not a question, a statement. Your brain simply confirming the event to itself the way computers confirm a command, acknowledging receipt before it knows what to do with the information. You look at your empty hand. You look at the corner where the figure turned, already gone, swallowed by the city, the way the city swallows everything eventually. You look at the other people on the street. There are 3 of them visible from where you are standing. A couple walking in the opposite direction who did not see it, and a woman about 40 feet away who is already walking towards you with the purposeful stride of someone who did. Her name is Anna. You do not know this yet. She reaches you in 10 seconds. She says, I saw that. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? You say, he took my phone. She says, I know, I saw. Are you hurt? You check. Your body is fine. Nothing was physically taken except the phone. The hand on your shoulder lasted approximately 1 second and was firm but not violent, the practiced efficiency of someone who has done this before and has learned that speed beats force every time. You say, I'm not hurt. It was so fast. Anna says they are always fast. That is the whole thing. Come here. Stand over here, away from the curb. She guides you 2 steps to the left, your back against a building wall, which makes you feel better in a way you cannot immediately explain, and which she knows from experience makes people feel better, because having something solid behind you when everything in front of you just became uncertain is a basic human instinct. And Anna has lived in New York long enough to know every basic human instinct by heart. Anna is 47 years old. She has lived in New York her entire life. She grew up in the Bronx, moved to Hell's Kitchen at 23, has been on this block or near this block almost every day for 11 years. She has seen 2 muggings before this one. She stayed both times. This is not heroism to Anna. This is just what you do. She says, do you have your wallet? You check. Your wallet is in your back pocket. You put your phone in your hand when you leave restaurants. A habit, because restaurants are where phones get lifted from tables. The wallet survived. Your credit card survived. Your hotel key card survived. You say, wallet is here, just the phone. Anna says, okay, that is the better version of this situation. Do you have travel insurance? You say, yes. Anna's good. You are going to need a police report for the insurance claim. I'm going to stay with you until the officer arrives. Do you have a way to call? Do you need to borrow my phone? You say, yes, please. She hands you her phone without hesitation. No calculation, no reluctance, just a phone extended toward a stranger on a pavement because he needs one and she has one. And the math is that simple. You call 911. You report the robbery. You give the location. The dispatcher is calm and efficient and tells you an officer will be with you shortly and to stay where you are. You hand Anna her phone back. You say, thank you. You do not have to stay. Anna says, I know I don't have to. I'm staying. She leans against the building beside you. She does not fill the silence with reassurances or unnecessary words. She just stays. The way that good people in cities stay when something has happened to a stranger, and the stranger needs a person nearby, and the person has a particular reason to be there, except that they're decent. And decent is a choice they make. So automatically, it has stopped feeling like a choice. You stand on West 44th Street with a stranger named Anna, and you wait for the police. And the city moves around you exactly as it always does, because the city does not pause for individual moments, but the people inside it sometimes do. I want to tell you about Marcus, not to excuse what he did. What he did was wrong, specifically, personally wrong to you in a way you are still processing on this pavement. But wrong does not mean simple, and simple is not the truth. Marcus is 22 years old. He grew up 6 blocks from where he is running right now. He dropped out of school at 16. He has a younger sister he's trying to help support. He has made choices, a series of them, each one narrowing the options available for the next one, that have led him to a Tuesday night on West 44th Street where the fastest available income is a phone in someone's hand. He is not a monster. Monsters are easier. Marcus is a person who made a terrible choice inside a life that has offered him fewer choices than yours has. That does not make you responsible for his choices. It does not make the empty hand less empty or the lost phone less lost. But it is the truth. And the truth is almost always more complicated than the story we want to tell about it in the immediate aftermath of being hurt. Marcus will sell the phone tonight for $180 to someone who asks no questions, because asking no questions is a service that has a market. He will not think about you specifically. You are not specific to him. You are a statistic in an economy of bad options. He will think about his sister. He will think about tomorrow. You are thinking about him right now on this pavement, and he is not thinking about you. And that asymmetry is one of the stranger parts of being robbed. The person who took something from you has already moved on. You are still standing where it happened. Officer James Chen arrives at 10:31 p.m., 14 minutes after the robbery. He is 36 years old. He has been with the NYPD for 8 years. He has taken robbery reports in every borough of this city at every hour of the day and night. He gets out of the cruiser with a notepad and a pen that he clicks exactly once. He looks at you. He looks at Anna. He says, "Who was the victim?" You raise your hand. You feel slightly absurd raising your hand like a student, but it is the appropriate gesture, and Officer Chen receives it without judgment. He says, "Tell me what happened. Take your time." You tell him the walk from the restaurant, the earphones, the phone in your hand, the 4 seconds, the hand, the corner, gone. He writes while you talk. Then he asks questions: height, build, clothing, direction of flight, exact time, exact location. You answer everything you can. Some of the answers are more precise than others, because some things your brain recorded clearly, and some things it did not, because brains in shock are selective recorders, and Officer Chen knows this and does not push harder than the information allows. He says, "Any physical contact beyond the grab?" You say no, just the phone. He says, "Good. Any injuries?" You say no. He says, "Okay, I want you to know, and I am telling you this not to discourage you, but because honesty is more respectful than false hope. The recovery rate for phone robberies in Manhattan is low. We will file the report. We will check the camera footage from this block, but I cannot promise you the phone comes back." You say, "I understand." He says, "What I can promise is a full report number for your insurance claim, which I am generating right now. And I want to ask, do you have somewhere safe to go tonight? Hotel? Friend's place?" You say, "Hotel. 2 blocks." He says, "Good. When we finish here, Anna or I will walk you there. You should not be alone on the street right now. Not because it is dangerous. Statistically, you are very unlikely to be targeted twice in one night, but because your nervous system has just had a significant shock, and company is better than being alone after a shock." You look at Officer Chen. Who is honest about the low recovery rate? Who is generating the insurance report? Who is asking about your nervous system and offering to walk you to your hotel? You say, "Thank you." He says, "This is the job. Let's get you sorted." Anna walks you to the hotel. Officer Chen follows in the cruiser until you reach the entrance. He does not make a production of it, just keeps pace. And when you reach the door, he gives you a card with the report number and says, "Call that number if anything comes up. Take care of yourself." He drives away. Anna stands at the hotel entrance with you for a moment. She says, "How are you feeling?" You think about this honestly. Then you say, "Strange. Not as bad as I expected, but strange." She says, "That is normal. The bad part comes later when the adrenaline leaves. Make sure you eat something and drink water and call someone you know tonight. Not because anything is wrong, but because being heard by someone who knows you is the best thing for a shock." You say, "You sound like you have done this before." She says, "I told you. I have seen this twice before. Both times I stayed. Both times I told them the same thing." You say, "Did they call someone?" She says, "I hope so. I never found out." You say, "I will call someone tonight. I promise." She says, "Good." New York is a good city. What happened tonight was real and it was wrong, and you are allowed to feel whatever you feel about it. But it is not the whole city. It is one person on one street on one night. The city is also me. The city is also Officer Chen. You look at her, Anna from the Bronx, who has lived in Hell's Kitchen for 11 years, who stayed both times before and stayed again tonight with no reason except that she is decent, and decency is a choice she makes automatically. You say, "Thank you, Anna." Genuinely. She says, "Enjoy the rest of your trip. Come back. Most nights are not this one." She walks away into the city. You watch her go until she turns a corner and is gone. The same corner Marcus turned an hour ago. The same city, absorbing both of them equally. You call your friend from the hotel room, the one you were texting when it happened. You tell them the whole story. They respond with the exact combination of alarm and relief and dark humor that you needed and could not have predicted you needed until you heard it. By the time you hang up, it is midnight. The adrenaline has left. Anna was right about that. It leaves with a specific physical tiredness that is different from ordinary tired. And you lie on the hotel bed and you look at the ceiling and you think about the 4 seconds, about the empty hand, about Anna appearing from 40 feet away without being asked, about Officer Chen and the low recovery rate delivered honestly, because honesty is more respectful than false hope, about Marcus, 22 years old and 3 blocks away and not thinking about you, and the complicated truth that wrong does not always mean simple. You think about what Anna said. The city is also me. The city is also Officer Chen. Here is what I want you to take from this. Bad things happen in good places. This is not a comfortable truth, but it is a true one. New York is one of the greatest cities on earth, layered, extraordinary, irreplaceable. And it is also a city where a hand can appear from behind you at 10:17 p.m. and take something before you finish a text. Both of those things are the same city. And the city that took from you also gave you Anna, also gave you Officer Chen walking you to your hotel in a cruiser without making a production of it. Also gave you, and this is the part worth holding on to, proof that when something goes wrong in a public place, most people keep walking and some people stop. The ones who stop are always there, in every city, on every street, at every hour. You just never notice them until you need them. Tonight, you needed one. Tonight, one was there. Go back to sleep. Tomorrow is your last day in New York. You are going to the museum you had planned, and the coffee place Dan recommended, and the bookshop on Strand Street. You are not going to let one Tuesday night on West 44th Street take the rest of the trip from you, because one Tuesday night does not get to do that. The city is still out there, still lit, still moving, still enormous and indifferent and occasionally magical. Go back to sleep. Tomorrow you will fall in love with it again. If you have ever been in a situation where a stranger stopped to help you when they did not have to, drop it in the comments. The Annas of the world deserve to be talked about. Subscribe to Borrowed Lives. Every week, a different life. Every week, something true about the city and the people inside it. See you in the next Borrowed Life.